Hello. I am making my first video about attempting to adjust to the Montessori lifestyle, Montessori at home. I have my 2-year-old son back there, and my 4-month-old daughter is laying on the floor next to me. And this video is specifically about adjusting the home, specifically the play areas and the bedrooms, to the Montessori practicum, which, if you are familiar with, it implies a lot of natural materials, just simplicity, minimalism, not overwhelming the child's senses, to encourage independent play. And the number one thing that you'll hear is follow the child. So that is what I have attempted to do, and I'll explain some of the activities that I have on my shelf. But the thing here is I didn't want to spend any money, and I did spend a little, and I'll tell you what I did. Yeah, it was really hard, and I'm hoping that this can help you get some ideas, or just kind of see how something might have been done in one way. And the thing about this is there's so many different ways to just get started, but the idea is to just get started, and you'll have to see what I did, because no matter what you do, it's not gonna look the same as what I did, because we have different things in our house. So this is how I just got started. This was our TV console, and now it is in the playroom, and my son just loves to see himself on camera. So as you can see, the top of the shelf is actually the changing table. I'll show you my daughter's room. She actually sleeps in our closet. She's got this closet nursery. So changing table didn't fit in her room. And my son still needs diaper changes as well. So just putting it out in a neutral area just made the most sense, because we couldn't have it in her room, and if we put it in his room, it'd be closed off to her at certain points of the day. So that is why I have a changing table on the top of our shelf. He just wants to be in the video. So let me take a look, and I'll show you activity by activity what I've got on the shelf. It is Mr. Potato Head. Okay, so here's what I spent money on. I went on Facebook Marketplace, and I found a ton of baskets, just like all different kinds. I think I got like 30 or more of them for $10. And it was such a good deal. I was like, okay, I will do this. He's kicking the camera. But Mr. Potato Head, not wooden. You'll see a lot of wooden toys in Montessori, but my son really does enjoy it. And he can talk about like what different body parts are, and it's kind of like a 3D puzzle to get him to stick in there. I actually will probably keep this one around. He does well with this one, although he hasn't played with it in like a week, so it might be time to change it out. Now he just wants to watch himself on camera. So Mr. Potato Head, a really great like kind of like 3D toy, and something I already had. I teach online. I teach ESL online, so this was a really cool tool for my students to be like, nose, you get the nose, and like mouth, and teaching them different parts of the face. So I might bring it back to my classroom, since my son is kind of done. Nose, yeah. Since he's done playing with it. But on the next shelf, I have review. These I got at a while ago. I got these at Once Upon a Child, I think it was. They're Doug and Melissa and Doug, sorry. Toys, there's like little stackers. This one is complete. We just did this yesterday, so I just left it up for him. Yeah, he really does enjoy these. He pushes them around. But again, a lot of these toys I'm showing you, he's outgrown. I need to redo his shelf. And the rest of the puzzle is in this basket. And then at the end, I would just throw them in that basket. And then the next basket is one of his absolute favorite things, the alphabet. So my mom got him these puzzles, not me, for his birthday in February. So when he just turned 2, and he's had a blast with them. I highly recommend them. Couldn't tell you where he got them. Chocolate and Roar seems to be the name brand. And they do come with little wooden puzzle pieces, but there's so many I had to put them in these. I did buy these, but I got them for like 40 cents at Walmart, so I don't really consider that too high of a cost. Really a nice low budget on that one. And then he just pulls these out and says the letter, and he can put them where they go in the puzzle. This one will stay. He really enjoys this game. This is just like this totally natural basket. I love this basket. It's so cute. And this, I don't know if this is really Montessori. I think it might be a little more aligned to like the Waldorf principles. I'm a little hazy on those. There's some really great YouTube videos out there. I've been living on YouTube lately. But, so I just grabbed some materials from around the house. We've got a section for cardboard, a section for aluminum or tin. Now he thinks it's funny. I've got plastic, which he likes. The plastic is his favorite because I've got these K-cups in here. You can like stack them. And then, yes, it's a beer bottle. But a section for glass. And this was his favorite glass one because it has a little cap that he can twist on and off as well. So, and then the point of this activity was to sort the materials by style. He's shoving it in there. So it'll be like, okay, so cardboard, aluminum, plastic, glass. And yes, it does have glass. I fully trust him with it. He's actually a very careful kid, except right now he's acting real funny because he thinks he's showing off for you guys. But this was this one. This is my favorite of all of them. Unfortunately, it's like his least favorite, so time to go. Is music, especially around this age. Kids just love to like bang and blow and just make noise, which is something that is very true for my son as well. So this tambourine I've had for years and years. I got this in Mexico when I was a child. Someone actually gave it to me. This is my husband's egg shaker that he had in the house. And then this is a plastic. Yeah, you're gonna play with that. Okay, I'm back. We had to play with the musical instruments because now he wanted to play with them. Anyways, we have, my family, not me, but my husband and his whole family and our roommates that we're living with are very, very musical. So we have all sorts of instruments in our living room, which I think is probably why he doesn't gravitate to the musical instrument tray. Because it's just, he's surrounded by musical instruments and he plays on real adult-sized instruments downstairs all the time. But that is something that he really enjoys, so we do get a lot of music in this house. So just a few simple things on a tray. He's played with it a couple times. It wasn't my most successful activity. This one, this is one of his favorites. This I also got at Once Upon a Child. You guys, if you have a Once Upon a Child near you, I found some really great things. So this, and then in this teeny tiny basket are the pieces that go in it. He pulls this out like daily. He just loves the shapes. He loves to bring it up to me and tell me which one it is and then go put it in. Here, he's played with this for a while. He just has not gotten sick of it yet. I did not expect it to last that long because it's only 3 shapes. And it's a really simple puzzle. He's been able to do it for a while now, but he still loves it. He still loves, I think now he can name the shapes, which is actually relatively recent for him. So maybe that's why he's kind of re-engaged with it. This is the only electronic toy that I kept. It's a smart pad. It's just got the alphabet on it and then some shapes and stuff on the back. He loves this so much. I couldn't bear to like remove it. I did get rid of all of his electronic toys, but I didn't sell them. They're just in his closet. And every once in a while I'll pull one out and he can play with it. But this one he loves. This comes with us like if we go places because it just slides into the diaper bag really easily. He loves it so much. He plays with this like first thing in the morning. He runs out, he grabs this, and then I just keep, it comes with several books, but I just keep one book at a time. Right now he's obsessed with the alphabet. The alphabet is everywhere in this house. And he doesn't use the pad with it necessarily, although that is what its intended purpose is, but he likes to just go through and like just identify all the letters. Yeah, you see it, don't you? He came running. So yeah, that's really not Montessori aligned, but because my son loves it, I keep it on my shelf because it's all about following the child, and this is something that he loves to do. So we've also had for a long time. This is actually my toy when I was a kid, and my mother gave it to me. I think it's Tupperware. That tells you anything. And this has been a lot of fun for a lot of different stages. Like he can stack them now, he can unstack them. But for a while he liked to just watch me like stack and then knock it down, and then he could knock it down. So this is really cool to have somewhere nearby, and it's really sturdy. It is plastic. Yep. not wooden. But I don't think I'll get rid of this one. This is one of the plastic toys I think I'll keep around because it's been, oh, there he goes, knocking the camera over again. It's been in our family for a long time, and he's played with it for such a long time. It's just been a real joy. They've got like different animals. Probably can't show you, but they've got different animals on each one as well. So there's a little extra thing to talk about to extend the play. This I got for him when, actually he picked this out. It was so cute. We were in Kroger walking around. He found a baby and he wanted it. So of course I let him get the baby because I was expecting at the time. My daughter was born just like a month or so after he picked this out. And it's not a wooden doll or anything, but he picked it, so he actually gravitates towards this like once a day, maybe. Doesn't play with it for very long, but it's got a bottle that I got like from the hospital, and he can feed the baby. And the baby is just in this little basket here. And one thing I just did is I put this little bag in there, and it's got a zipper, and this is like a nice cloth bag, and it's got some things like hidden inside that he can grab out of there when he discovers it, which he has not yet. Hopefully soon. And then in this corner over here is the art table. That was my table again, when I was a kid. Yeah, those things, they last. And I'm going to put some art materials up against the wall there and like a little cart, which I don't have yet. As you can see, he was doing some activities. That like green little box up there is something that I just keep in the top of his closet. So yeah, that's mostly here. I don't have any plants. I don't have any pictures or anything yet. Just didn't have anything in my house. This is all the stuff that I had already. Didn't buy anything except for the wooden, but I found such a good deal. It was like, I could not. So I got those. And then everything was stuff I already had, whether recently or from a while ago. Again, my favorite activity was the one I didn't pay a dime for. I just washed out some old materials, but that was his least favorite, so we'll see what happens in the future. Okay, and now I'm just gonna take you out of this little guy. Oops, sorry about that. And I'm gonna show you his room. Okay, we have entered the room. So this is my son's room. He had a much smaller room than the last place we lived, so we didn't even have anything to fill this up with. But let's start over here. This is a spice rack shelf that I used to have, and his dresser. You can buy like wardrobes and things like that. There's some IKEA hacks out there as well, which I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and got kind of jealous. But this has been working really well. Actually, I just need to lower it because that's what I get for eyeballing it and not actually measuring him. That's my own fault. But these he can take down, and he has to stand on his tippy toes, but he can get them up there. And he really enjoys being able to pick from his shirts. I actually have a bunch out right now. I don't normally have quite that many options, but there's that. And then in each of these baskets, we've got his long pants, shorts, pajama bottoms, and socks, and then shoes and hats on the bottom that he can pick out. Eventually, I'll get like a little stool and a mirror, a full-length mirror here for him. And then this is my version of a teepee. I made this out of some of the boxes that we had from moving. This is, oh man, it is rough. I didn't even have a pencil to measure out the lines. All I had was scissors and packaging tape. So that is being held by a thread at the moment, but he still enjoys it. Eventually I'll get that duct taped down so it's a little more solid, and I'm gonna get some contact paper from the dollar store and make it look a little cuter than the way it is now. But there's that. So that's like his quiet space, his cozy corner, and then his box of books next to his reading chair and his floor bed that he absolutely adores. He spends so much time on this bed. We have one piece of wall art hanging that's like, it's eye level if he stands on his bed, which he does often enough. And then we've got, these are the curtains that he's had for a while, but they happen to be the right size. Thank you. And they're what are they called? Darkening shades. And then these blinds are so nice because they don't have a string. You just like push and pull them up. I can't do it one-handed, but there's that. And then his closet is kind of a mess at the moment. The door is broke. This one is working fine, but the other one I had to take off because it just kept falling down. It was in bad shape. And then so these right here are just extra toys. Like these two are empty at the moment because he can pull them off, and he was pulling things out of there at night. yes, over the past few weeks, I have had to remove so many things from his room because he just plays all night long. But this is extra kitchen supplies for his toy kitchen, which, I didn't show you, but he's got a little toy kitchen. And then this is extra, like, puzzles and things. All of his extra clothes that are hanging up that we don't get into. Blankets and pants and things like that over here. And then up here is where I've got all of his different, like, art supplies at the moment. So the reason they're labeled the way they are is what I used to do before I discovered Montessori is I had these, like, quiet activities up here. And they had different, like, there were different things, and then I just labeled them kind of what they covered. And then these, I don't know if you can see that label. Yeah, so I used to do daily boxes with him, and I had them all sorted out by, like, different type of toys, like what topic they were. And so I need to just cut those off, but I don't have a scissors up here at the moment. So I will get to that eventually. But these are what this is how I used to do his toys. I used to have a whole box, like just these stuffed with toys, and each day he would get one box to play with, in addition to some of the toys that he already had in his bins out there. Yeah, I would just throw it out, open it up, and he could dig through whatever he wanted. But he got sick of those pretty fast, actually. And I didn't want to have to, like, toy rotation is great, but when you have the same ones all week, eventually they did start to get old. And that, my idea wasn't, it wasn't self-sustaining the way the Montessori method is. So those I just got rid of. And then the boxes up here are going to be for, like, additional art supplies and things like that, because he's been really getting into art. Okay, now I'm going to show you, he just loves to open and close things. Now I'm going to show you my daughter's nursery. Okay, it looks like a closet, and it is. So here are all of our clothes. That's fun. And then this is a huge walk-in closet. It was just massive. So her room is going to be in here. And you can tell, like, it's not done yet. I still have things hanging off the walls here. But you walk in, she's got, like, a little laundry hamper here. These I want to eventually replace with, like, more of a, like, a natural material. But it does have the floor bed. And I got these acrylic mirrors. It was the cheapest thing I could find. I did actually have to buy those. The mattress is actually a pack and play mattress. I originally had the pack and play over here where the rocking chair is. But then the rocking chair didn't fit very well, so I just ended up rotating, and it worked out really well to put the mattress on the floor. She still has not transitioned to the floor bed completely yet. She takes naps here, but she does not spend the night here. She sleeps actually in a little bassinet next to the bed. A small little changing station for at night, just the basics. And then I've got a few things on the shelves. Nothing spectacular, some extra stuffed animals, like bird claws and blankets and bibs. And this right here is a basket of just some of her toys. So when I lay her down, I can pick a couple toys. And then over here are some of her jackets. So eventually I'll get a step stool in here and art and, like, a little play gym and things like that. But yeah, this is not complete yet. But I thought you might like to see. This is where I could start. So when you are just starting with Montessori, you just do what you can. And this is what I had. I did actually buy those mirrors, so that's not totally what I already had. But these are some of the things that you can do if you have different ideas. Show them to me. I'd love to see what you guys are working on because, I hear the baby. I gotta go get her. Anyways, talk to me about what you're working on. It is not always easy to get started. And there's so many different things that you might have in your house, you might not have. And it's just really curious to see how everything comes together. Anyways, thank you so much, and say goodbye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.